Hey guys, so I've been asked a lot of questions by my coaches about the questions which their clients ask them, and I'm talking about the clients whom we're handholding to scale up their business. And I'm going to take an opportunity over here to answer some of these burning questions based on a lot of challenges which most entrepreneurs face today. And all these challenges are mainly based around feedback and delegation, and I believe these are core areas where entrepreneurs focus a lot of their time and also go wrong. So I'm going to take some time off to actually answer a few of these questions so you have clarity on how you can provide feedback better and how you can delegate more effectively to get optimum results. I believe that's a very critical question to answer because most people go wrong over there because they don't know how to give feedback. Here's the problem which most entrepreneurs are facing. Their feedback is so surface level that as a result of that, their team members do not walk away with any clarity. It just becomes a feel-good conversation where, yeah, okay, it makes sense during that conversation. People understand what is wrong and understand to a certain extent what needs to be right, but there's no clarity. I'll give you a simple example. I'm sure you've given this feedback before, or you've even received feedback like this before in the past. You know what? You need to be proactive. You need to be serious. You need to start putting in some more effort right now. Sounds good. It even looks, or rather sounds appropriate. It makes sense. But the question to ask is, after someone walks back with that feedback, what do you think they're going to do? Is it really going to make a difference to their performance? Because what's missing over there is clarity of action. I want you to think about what I'm saying right now. When you give a feedback like be proactive, what is proactiveness for you may be very different for what is proactiveness for the person receiving that feedback. And you getting on the same page and having a common understanding as to what they need to do differently, which will make you believe that they are proactive, is extremely critical. Because the clarity of action is not there. It'll just be a thought they're going to have in their head and they're going to go back to their usual style of working, and that makes your feedback useless. So I'm going to give you 3 aspects or 3 objectives you got to focus on, which will ensure that your feedback is not surface level, but it helps you to dig deeper so people walk out with crystal clear direction on what they need to do. Number 1, you need to make sure that your feedback is impacting the thought process of the person. I want you to think about this. The software impacts the hardware. If the software is not reprogrammed, the hardware will not perform in the way you want it to perform. And therefore, every feedback conversation has to have an impact on the thought process of a person so that it really shakes the foundation of what they need to do differently. So you need to ask yourself a simple question. While you're giving feedback, are you altering the way people are thinking? Is it giving them enough opportunity to reflect on what they've done wrong so that they understand how to think differently and approach it? Correcting just actions is a very momentary solution. But if you want something long term, you got to focus on the impact, focus on the thinking of people so that it actually works on the roots, which will help you to get better fruits. The second objective of feedback is while you're impacting the thought process, you also need to clarify what action do people need to take differently. When I'm saying this, you need to let people know where have they gone wrong, which is important, of course, and most people do that. But having said that, you also need to make sure that people know what they need to do right. And here is where people miss the bus. They explain what went wrong, but they don't give clarity on what they need to do right. And a mistake you can make right now is to assume that they will know. Guess what? If they knew, they would have done it, and there wouldn't have been any opportunity for you to give feedback in the first place. So you got to make sure that you're giving clarity. What have they done wrong? What they need to do right? And what they need to do differently right now so you can actually evaluate the feedback and see if they're able to implement it. And the third objective of feedback, to make sure that it's deeper and it has a more sustainable impact, is that you need to generate the willingness for people to implement the feedback. Because think about this. If there is no willingness for people to implement, if people don't feel the need to implement it, what's the point of your feedback? And your feedback becomes useless. I'm going to be very honest with you right now. Most feedback conversations are useless because it's ineffective from the person giving the feedback. I hear so many entrepreneurs complaining that people don't implement the feedback I give them. What do I do? The problem is in the feedback people give, not in the way people receive it. And at the end of the day, you got to make sure that people are in an empowered state for them to receive feedback so that they understand that by implementing this feedback, it will benefit them. So you need to establish, how is this a win-win situation? Because when it comes to feedback, it's not just about you, it's also about them. You need to show them what will be the positive impact and the positive consequence of them implementing the feedback you're giving them, so they see sense in it and they walk out feeling charged up and empowered. The problem is that most people use feedback as an excuse to confront people, rather to blame people, and therefore people walk out with a lot of disempowerment and demotivation. And even though your feedback may be accurate and honestly perfectly right, the need for people to implement becomes really, really low. The outcome of feedback is to alter performance, it's to improve performance. So they need to walk out empowered. So let me summarize for all of you. 3 focus areas for you to make sure that your feedback is deeper and not surface level. Number 1, you got to focus on how are you stimulating the thought process of the other person. How are they thinking differently? Number 2, you got to clarify action. What have they done wrong? What they need to do right? And more importantly, how do they need to proceed forward right now? Not tomorrow, not day after, not in the near future, but right now. And thirdly, have you left them in an empowered state? Have you generated the willingness for them to implement by showing them how the feedback is going to benefit them? And that will really help you to give deeper, more sustained feedback to improve performance.